Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to another little quick video. I was gonna say vlog, but it's not that. It's not giving vlog at all today. I'm just on the way home on this gloomy, nasty day that I am thankful that the Lord has made. Um, it's raining a lot, but at least it's warm, y'all. I think it's like 55 degrees right now, and it's very mild out. But honey, it's been pouring all morning and all now afternoon. So I'm making my way back home. But in any case, I just drove by a apartment building where it looked like apartment house. Actually, it wasn't a building, it's an apartment house, and where it looked like somebody may have gotten evicted because all they shit is outside, honey. All they shit. I mean, piles and piles of garbage bags, clothes all over the place, furniture, certain little things of furniture is out there, like it's a lot. So just sitting out there on the sidewalk, that's how you know they got evicted, because shit is just right out there on the sidewalk like that. It's not normal, oh, I'm moving, I gotta get rid of some things, kind of, no. And that just made me feel real bad, like, for a second, like, I feel real bad, like, I feel like, damn, son, like, y'all landlords just really be doing that, like. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some tenants give problems and shit like that. They don't pay their bills. I don't know what the circumstances was there. But I feel like right now we are living in very, very difficult times, you know, with inflation and people still not back on track from the pandemic. And, you know, people still, you know, it's still hard for for people to work and keep up. And even if they're working, it's still hard for them to maintain and pay their bills and stuff. So I just like, I mean, I get that some landlords, you know, also, you know, obviously are affected when their tenants can't keep up with their rent and stuff like that. But I've been like, damn, son, to just throw somebody out on the street like that, like they're all their valuables and shit, like I just feel like it gotta be another way. Like, you gotta have some type of heart, you know, in cases like that. Like, come on. Like, give people a chance. And I don't know what happened. I'm just assuming here, because when I see people shit all out on the street like that, like I said, 9 times out of 10 they were evicted. And it's just like, it makes me wonder, like, damn, what happened? Like, why were they evicted? Like, was it because they couldn't find work, or was it because they fell on hard times? They had work, but they just fell on some hard times and shit just got all out of whack for them, and they unfortunately started to fall behind. And maybe they were really trying to continue to make things work, but they just had one of those landlords that's just like, nah, forget that, you know, you can't pay, you can't stay, you know, shit like that. Like, it just makes me feel really bad. Like, I feel like if I was a landlord, I don't have the heart to just throw somebody. Like, it would take a lot. Now, don't get me wrong. Why I feel so close? I feel like I'm that close. But anyway, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say that. Hold up, y'all. Here we go. Y'all gonna see the steering wheel a little bit more, but I just feel like I was mad close. Yeah, I feel like if I was a landlord, like, I'm not gonna say I would let my tenants run and do, you know, take advantage of me or anything like that. But I don't feel like I would have the heart. Like, you would have to really, really, really take me out of my character for me to just come in and be like, throw somebody's shit out on the street. Like, I just couldn't do it. Me personally, I feel like I would do everything, and I'm not saying that was the case. I don't know what the case was, okay? I'm not saying, because I know somebody may be like, well, how do you know the landlord didn't do everything they could do for them and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, me personally, I don't think I could do that. I just don't feel like my heart just, like, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing that I just went to somebody's house. Of course, unless they were selling drugs or some shit out my house. Now, again, there's circumstances where you got to do what you got to do, okay? That is one of them. Somebody in there selling drugs or doing some illegal shit in my property, I'm responsible for that. So, yes, absolutely, at that point, you got to go, okay? By all means. Yo, I'll come through, camera phone, you know, quality, okay? It's giving very much high quality camera, but this is my phone, y'all. My camera in the house. But anyway, yeah, like I just feel like I couldn't do that to somebody. Like it would take, like I said, it would take some really bad things to happen, for me to be able to just come into my tenant's home or apartment, even though it's my home technically, come in there and just take their livelihood from them and throw the shit out on the street. Like, I'm the type of person, I'll come to you and I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna rent you a storage. I pay for your storage. That's the type of person I am. I would pay for your storage, depending on, like, again, depending on the circumstances. I would really try, and I say that because I know if I was somebody's landlord, I definitely my tenants would be very cool with me, because I'm going to work with you. I'm going to understand. We've all been there. I've never been evicted, knock on wood, thank God, pray God, I never will, but I'm just saying, because you never know. But I'm just saying, like, like shit happens. Things can change in a heartbeat. You could be up one minute and down in the next second, not due to no fault of your own at that. So I get it. I understand people. I understand that shit happens. And because I'm that type of person, like, I know that if ever I was forced to evict a tenant and they had nowhere to go, they had nowhere to put their stuff, I would be the person to go ahead and pay for their storage. That's just me. I'm dead ass. Like, I really would do that for somebody. I would just pay. I would be like, you know what? I'm going to pay for your storage for maybe 60 days. Again, depending on the situation, I could pay for your storage maybe like 60 days. That'll give you time to maybe, get up some money where you can continue to pay from here if you need to, or you just, obviously get somewhere to put it. But that just made me really sad, y'all. I had to come on camera and talk about that real quick. That made me sad. And y'all, look the way I feel. And so I feel like I'm always coming on this camera looking a mess, y'all. But let me tell you something. This is my real life. As I always say, okay, y'all gonna get the real and the raw of me. I'm always gonna look pretty and cute in the face, okay? Because flaws and all, my face card ain't gonna never decline. Okay, bad wig days, which y'all see me with often. But trust me, when I steps. But if I'm just roaming around my house or my neighborhood, or if I'm coming and going to somewhere real quick, such as a store or whatever the case, I throw my hat on my head, or I'll, slap a wig on my head, throw it back in the bun, and I'm going to go and come back in the house. And especially on a day like this where it is super duper raggedy outside, and it is, and I'm tired as fuck, I'm going to look the way I feel. Like, but people who know me already know, okay, this is me on my, days that I want to be like this. But anyway, that's besides the point. But y'all, like, yeah, I just wanted to come in and say, say something about that real quick, because that just really made me feel sad. That made me feel bad. Like, I'm like, damn, like, oh, I couldn't imagine all my shit just being thrown out because, I got kicked out and then I had to come. They didn't give me time to come back and get my stuff, or your landlord may be just fucking ignorant and they don't give a fuck, and they just, because they can, they feel like I'm gonna go in there and throw all your shit out there. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, but you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful when you do some ill shit to people, because you will block your blessings. Okay, God do not like ugly. Again, while you may have had, that landlord may have had every single right under the sun to evict those people, I just feel like throwing a shit out on the street, like, I feel like that's just a little much. That's just, for me, that's just a little much. That's just a little much. Like, I just can't see myself ever being somebody that could do that to somebody else. I mean, and like I said, it would have to take a lot, or it would have to be extreme circumstances to where my livelihood, is going to get after it, then I would have to do what I have to do. And I feel like even then I would still give you an opportunity to go ahead and get your shit together, get it somewhere else to go. I will give you a certain amount of time, but for me to just be like, oh, you going and you ain't come back for this, it's been 5 days, 7 days, your shit out on the street. I just couldn't do that to people. That's just terrible, because these days there is no where for people to go. Like, people just don't have the money to just move, whether they getting kicked out or not. People just don't have the money and the means to just up and find another place to live, unless it's maybe with family. And even if with family, some people don't have family that they could just do that with, so That's just crazy to me. But anyway, y'all, I was just gonna run my mouth real quick on the ride home and say hey. I do have no, I don't. I was about to say I got a vlog coming. No, I don't. I'm going to be filming a vlog. Another weekend vlog. I'll be filming another weekend vlog, y'all. That's the goal. Okay, that's the goal. So yeah. Don't hold me to it, but that's the goal. Nah, y'all, but for real, I'm definitely gonna see y'all back on here soon or whatever. I've been trying to stay consistent, and I feel like I've been doing very good at that. I ain't up here every single day posting, but at least once a week I am on my channel. I'm posting. So I'm just trying to keep that momentum going throughout 2024 because, as I always tell y'all, I love doing YouTube. I love it, love it, love it. Like, I love it. I have so much fun doing it. But I do have my days where I'm tired. Us women, we get those time of the months where we just don't feel like doing shit. And one thing I'm not going to do is force it. For nothing. Like, I'm not forcing anything. That's just it. I used to do that. I made a vow to myself this year and the years going forward that the good Lord allows. I'm not forcing shit no more. And that's with anything. If I don't fucking feel like it, I'm not doing it. I don't care who feel a way about it. I'm not doing it. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it's me. It's my life. And it's all about fucking me. Period. So, yeah. So, anyway. Let me stop running my mouth, y'all, because I am tired. Okay? I'm going to go in this house. I make me some leftovers. I made spaghetti last night because that's one of my favorite meals. So I make spaghetti often. Okay, at least twice a month I'm making spaghetti. So I'm going to have me some spaghetti and I am taking it down. Usually I do not take naps because, of course, we all know they will keep you up for the rest of the night. But I'm up for the rest of the night regardless. Like whether I take a nap or not. If I'm right now, I feel like I can hit that bed and be dead knocked out. But when you know how you get home, you start moving around, you in your comfort zones. And now a couple hours from now, I'm going to be wide the fuck awake. And then another couple hours from that, 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be wide the fuck awake. So, yeah, and the cycle will continue. But I think this time, I'm going to just let my body do what it does and go ahead on and go to sleep for a couple hours. Because y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this too. My blood pressure is high. Okay, it has never been that high. I went to the doctor yesterday and they checked my pressure. My pressure, y'all, was 161 over 90 fucking 5. I have never had a blood pressure that high in my entire life. Okay, now granted, my pressure is always when I say borderline, I'm pre-hypertensive. My blood work fluctuates. My BP fluctuates anywhere between 125, 123, something like that, and the highest it goes is to like 135, and that's it, over like 90 and under. I have never in my years had a blood pressure that said 160 anything over 95 on top of that, because it's that bottom number at 95. But anyway, I was like, oh, hell no. So, of course, I'm all throughout last night, I'm checking. And I did have some energy boost tea yesterday, which I don't drink, but I did drink a cup of it yesterday. And I only had a half a cup. I never drink full cups of tea, hot tea. I always do a half a cup. But anyway, and that had licorice in it. I didn't know that at the time, but if you don't know, licorice, contributes to increased blood pressure, especially if you consume a lot of it, whether it's in the candy form or whether it's in your teas, your food, whatever, powder form, whatever. If you consume it, it can raise your blood pressure immediately and dangerously. So be careful of that licorice. But anyway, the tea had that in it and some cinnamon. Again, I wasn't aware of these things when I was drinking it. It's Tim's tea, it's his energy boost tea. So I just took a packet yesterday because, again, I be tired. I do not sleep. I suffer from insomnia real bad. And I do not take sleep aids because I do not depend on any type of medications or over-the-counter medications, none of that shit. Like, I'm not a pill person. I'm a gummy person, but I'm not a pill person. So anyway, and when I do get sleep, whenever I do get sleep, I don't sleep for very long. Like, it's just weird. Like, it's just weird. But anyway, that plays a huge role. I know lately I have not been sleeping like a normal person. Like I'm telling you, I'll be going to sleep at like 5 o'clock in the morning and then turn around, have to get up for 6, 7 in the morning. Like there's nothing. So I'm gonna contribute that with the combination of because mind you, I just took my blood pressure last week, by the way, and I forgot to tell you that my blood pressure, I just took it last week. I don't take it every day because I don't have to, but I just took it last week on my own. I have my at-home blood pressure my blood pressure monitor here, but and it was the usual. It was like I said, it was like 130 last week. It was like 130 over 85. That was it. So, and again, that's around the ballpark figure. Anywhere between, some days I'm 125 or 126 or whatever over 80. Some days, it depends on the day, what I'm doing, or what I'm putting in my body. So anyway, so I was like, okay. So when I saw that shit yesterday, and then they checked it again, of course, and it came down to like 150 something. Like, oh hell no. I was like, that shit scared the fuck out of me. One thing I don't play about is your heart, y'all, for real. And of course, I know I could stand and lose a couple pounds. That'll help too. But I know for a fact that the lack of sleep is what's causing a spike in my blood pressure. The sleep deprivation is fucking real, y'all. That shit is real. And I know that causes a spike in your blood pressure as well. So today, I took it again this morning. And I was like, I came down to like 140. That bottom number still at 90, but I came down to like 140 over 90. Then I checked it again a little while ago. Then I was went all the way down back to 126, y'all. Again, that's why I said it fluctuates, but it don't go past 130 unless it's like 135. So I checked it again a little while ago. It was 126 over 85. And so I'm going to get me some fucking sleep, okay? Bottom line, in the story, I'm going to end this here because I'm making this video a little lengthier than I want it. But I'm getting ready to go get me some sleep, y'all. So anyway, I'm going to holler at y'all in my next video or slash vlog. I don't know which one going to come next. Either another video, might be another sit-down chit-chat video, because I do want to discuss some of the trending topics out there, y'all. I really do. So that's probably what I'm going to work on next. And like I said, either way, y'all going to get a next video from me by the end of this weekend. Okay. So anyway, y'all, I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And speaking of subscribe, thank you so much for my new supporters. I see you, and I appreciate y'all real bad. Thank you so much. And there's one supporter who's actually offered to do a new intro for me. So yeah, I'm gonna link up with you, girl, and see what it's giving. But yeah, absolutely, I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate the new supporters, new subscriptions, and I just love that for y'all, and I love that for me. So anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video.